it will always start with what if, what if, what if, what if I fail? What if I waste my time? What if I waste my resources? What if that's the wrong thing I've done? Maybe. What if I fail? What will people say? What if I just waste my time? It always starts this way. But have you asked yourself, what if that's the right thing that you can ever do? What if that's the best idea that would have ever existed? What if you succeed? It will always start this way. At a certain time, you always face this confusion stage that you ask yourself, what if I do not make it? But then, what if you make it? So in this video, we are basically going to talk about 4 things that you are to consider when starting a business in Nigeria. Should I say Africa? No, Nigeria. Africa is too broad. So I'm not a financial expert, but I'm just putting it out there for myself. I might just come back to watch it later. So I'm not advising anybody, but I am saying things that you have to consider if you are to do business or maybe start up a new business in Nigeria. It will always start with this confusion stage. We'll call it confusion stage or conceptualization. You have to face this challenge of having several ideas coming into your head. What if that's wrong? What if I do not do it right? What if the business closes and people ask questions and people laugh at me, and then I've wasted my time and my resources? And then what if you did not now try and somebody else tries and make it in the industry? So you will always face this first stage of confusion where you don't really know how you will go about it. Like you'll be asking a lot of questions, you might not even sleep, you might be having several things running through your head. Then that is the first stage that we'll call identification. So you have to actually identify yourself. So that's the first thing. Identify yourself. In self-identification, you have to identify what you really find passion in doing, what you are good at. I always tell people to go into what you are good at and what you have passion in doing. Is it a skill? If it is a skill, go and learn it. If it is a business, go for it. Whatever that you find reasonable that you are doing or that you want to do, go for it. In Africa, an average youth or average child want to go to school, but the reality is after your graduation, after you have earned or gained your certificate, you still go to gain a skill, because most times we know the story. So you have to go for whatever that you want to do. Stop keeping yourself aside thinking that somebody is out there looking at, maybe somebody is going to criticize you. That person is actually fighting his or her own battle too. So you have to go all in yourself. Identify yourself and then identify your purpose. Like, what is the opportunity? Why do you want to go into the business? And which business do you want to actually go into? Okay, that's identification. Identify yourself. If you have not gained the skill or maybe gained the service, the knowledge in the business, you have to go for it and gain it. As self-identification, and then the opportunity identification. Opportunity might be in the existing business chain or maybe a loophole in business operation. You can identify a business idea, maybe business idea that is not in existence or maybe new, or a chain of business that has something that is missing. You can fit in and start providing it. Is it in public speaking? Is it I good at graphics or maybe drawing, architecture, or what have you? Go for it. Is it tailoring? Is it laundry? Is it service based? Is it products manufacturing or sell? Go and gain the skill. That is the first thing. That is identification. After you have gained your identification, this time you are going to have a lot of ideas running through your head. Some people will just get the idea, they will jump into action or execution. No, you have to first analyze that your concepts. You have to analyze that several ideas and then pick the most important to you and go into it. Then you go for your mission and vision. Why do you want to go into the business? What value do you want to create to the society, and why do you want to actually go into the business? And if you go into the business, where do you see yourself in the nearest future? That is your vision. Where are you seeing yourself? What value are you creating to the society in the nearest future? What problems you think you are going to solve? You are going to as well find why you want to join that business and the things that you need to be providing for the society. So after that, is your business, is it a service business or maybe product business? Let's say manufacturing, maybe a herbal, maybe products, skincare, paint, stuff. What do you actually specify? Is it a product maybe you're selling or maybe you're manufacturing? Is it a product or is it a service? Let's say you are rendering service in laundry or maybe in salon, haircut, tailoring, what have you. So when you now get this, remember you have not really put your money, but you are still in the idea of finding this business. So the next thing is for you to actually generate lead or maybe traffic to your, generate attention. Let's don't start using terms. Get attention to your product, to that your service. You might not have even started your business, but you're already getting tips. Maybe get a social media account, let's say Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and then start generating lead. Because every potential sale or maybe every successful business is the downstream of lead generation. Is when you get to, is a, let's say a channel, the first thing is for you to get people that are interested in your business. Let's say people that will click, they will now come, they will be the first potential business persons. Let's say you will now start negotiating on price, maybe meeting venues and stuff like that. They are your prospects, they are your potential customers. So from that second stage, before you now get people that will, let's say you in your lead generation, you're going to have 20 persons. Among the 20 persons, let's say the second channel will now be among, let's say, 10 persons that will actually have conversations with you. Okay, there are 10 persons that will join your group or maybe text you, maybe email you or call you, that they are interested in your business. So they are the people that you start talking with. Then from there you now have, let's say from 10 to, you now have 3 or maybe 5 or 4 that will close. That's lead generation. It's a channel. So you now start getting traffic already. As I said earlier, somebody messaged me, say, I want to start my business, but I don't have money for it. I said, no, you don't really need money for that kind of business that you tested me for. You can just start it on your own. The first thing is the tactical skill. You need this skill in that business because his business is a skill-based business. So you need to actually get the skill. When you get the skill, I still told him how he's going to start without even putting his money. He can just put himself out there and people will hire him, or people will even give him money to do that business, to do the job for them, because people have to buy the product from him and then he'll supply. So you have to pay money for that product, and then he will make, once you make payment for the product, he can be able to get the product for you and supply. So what he need first was the skill. So you can actually get the skill and then put yourself out there without even having a store, without even starting. People put a lot of money into a business that they don't even know how to manage. And by the end of the day, they will mismanage it. Maybe they will employ people that will not stay. Someone just opened a barbing salon and he does not know how to barb. Then the guy that was working with him just worked with him for like a year, and maybe they had issue. The guy left and opened his own salon just opposite the boss. As we speak right now, the boss store has closed down. Like, it has automatically closed because he does not know how to manage the business. It's someone else that has been managing the business all these years for him. And then the guy is just there. People are not actually patronizing you because of your space or maybe because of your store. They are patronizing you based on the person that is actually giving the service. That's why I always say, get this skill. So the first thing, when you get this channel, these people, you among them, you now close. That's lead generation. You will now start generating lead. You now start getting people that are interested in your product or in your business. That's the stage 3 of your business. So after that, the next is to shape or design your product towards product market fit. Let it be standard. Is this something that is viable? Is this something that is sellable? Standardization now steps in. Let your products be market fit. Okay, let it be market fit. So after that, you now talk about maybe giving offers. So even in that your lead generation, you can sell your product, you can gain attention through offers, discounts, promos. So maybe giving people free offers, especially for digital markets, you can give offers, discounts. So the next is the MVP, that's the minimum viable product. In every business introduces these aspects in their business. That's the minimum viable product. They are the first set of people, let's say the first set of product that you give out to people to get a kind of feedback, to get feedback from them. Even if you are writing books, ebooks, restaurants, gym. Okay, a friend of mine said that he's going to start a viewing center by next month because football season starts by August, right? If I'm right. So he said he's going to start a viewing center, but the preseason, like that's the matches they are going to play before the season starts, is actually going to do it free of charge. So anybody that is going to come to his viewing center to watch the match is going to be free. So that's a marketing strategy. He's already going to use that avenue to get people that are going to be his customers. So once the season starts, the free discount or maybe the free session stops, you start paying. So that's the MVP. So you are giving out a product first to people to get feedback from them. Is those feedback that you're going to use to improve your product, or maybe check how the system works. If it is a web design, maybe you are designing a website, or maybe blockchain or something. There is no business that does not introduce this. If it is a consumable, if it is a book, if it is a restaurant, if it is whatever that you want to do, try as much as you can to get people that will be your first customers, that will be able to give you feedback on how that's the user's feedback on how the platform works, or maybe how your product is. Okay, some people does not accept feedback, but no, in business you need to create room for feedback. You need to create room for feedback so that you can be able to use it to improve in your service, in your product, or maybe in your delivery. So I've talked about this in one of our videos. You can still go back and watch them. So after you have created your MVP, you can now go further to your business launch. I've talked about creating or shaping your business in products market fit. Your product should be market fit. It should be marketable, it should be viable, it should be something that is standard. Okay, then after that you are to launch your product. Remember, this is not a kind of stepwise. I'm just saying it. You can pick them and arrange them the best way that fits you. But we are discussing the things that you have to consider if you are starting up a new business or maybe a new product in Nigeria. You can still use this in another part of the country, or maybe any part of the world. You can still replicate it in your own area of business. And also, when I talk about small scale business, I'm not talking about business that you stick to small scale. I mean business that you can start little and improve. If you are not ready to expand your business, there is no point for you to be in my channel. What I talk about is starting a little product, a little business, but you are thinking big. You are thinking of expanding your business. You are thinking of empowering your business, or maybe scaling up. If you are not ready to scale up, there is no point for you to be here, because myself, I'm building a business that I know I am going to scale up. Then after that, after you launch your product, you can create it around emotion, urgency, or logic. You can create it around urgency, like get from us now and enjoy so and so discount. I did it when I started my business. I did offers, I did urgency, I did discounts. I've talked about that in one of my videos when I talked about DPS. I discussed 3 types of DPS. You can go and watch that. Is in our channel. So you can create your business around this. You can launch your business around these 3 aspects: in logic, in emotion, and in urgency. Then after that you can now scale up, expand and scale up, leverage, improve your business. In fact, sell to all Nigerians, to all Africans, and to the world entirely. So We still have more to discuss in our channel, so in case you have not subscribed, what are you still waiting for? Please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification so that when we create videos like this, you'll be among the first person to be notified. So you can drop your questions or maybe your contribution in the comment section. See you on the next one. Bye.